Howdy, hey. How you doing, babe? You good? You straight? You sure? All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and apologize in advance for this lighting because I'm in the car, but it don't take away from the message. If you don't know or understand how powerful your mind is and how powerful the tongue is, I'm about to affirm it for you right now. Okay, so I was going to take my kids to the park. We driving in the car, or I'm driving in the car. And for whatever reason, I kept having these visions and thoughts of a car accident. And for me, I personally don't like to think like that or like to think any type of negativity because I know how powerful my mind is. I know how powerful my tongue is. I don't like to speak certain things because I know that what I speak and what I think can sometimes come into fruition. I've seen it, it has happened. Okay. So, of course, every time this thought kept coming to my mind, I kept telling myself and reassuring myself, I'm not going to get in no accident. I'm not finna get in no car accident. Ain't nobody finna hit my car. Ain't nothing finna happen to me. But I kept looking in my rearview mirror and I would see like cars kind of like speeding or whatever, doing what they doing. So I would get over and I was like, say not today. We not finna do that today. That's not what we doing. But we basically get to the park safe and sound. Everything works out. Still kept having these thoughts in my head. Something about a car accident. I kept saying something about a car accident. I don't want to keep thinking this because I don't want to draw this to myself. So I kept trying to push it out of my head, playing with my kids at the park. Boom, we good. We finished playing at the park. Then we go get us something to eat. Boom, we good. As we're sitting in the drive-thru to get something to eat, again, the thoughts start to flood my mind again because I'm not really paying attention to anything other than the road or really what's in front of me and waiting to get our food. Still trying to block it out, whatever. And I'm like, why the hell do I keep thinking about this? But even though, like I said, I keep thinking about this because this is something that I don't want to happen to me. And you got to be careful when you say, I don't want this out loud to the universe because the universe don't understand, don't baby. But even though this thought kept coming to me, I kept reassuring myself, this is not my fate. I'm not calling this to myself. I'm not, trying to bring this on me. I'm not trying to bring this on for anybody. But I'm definitely not trying to bring it on for me because, I don't need to deal with them type of problems. So we get our food, everything is straight. We driving. As I'm driving, there were instances where things could have got real messed up on the road, but it didn't. And I was like, okay, maybe that was the reason why I was thinking, just to try to make sure I stay aware because something is, something was possibly going to happen with another driver on the road. And that's cool. I'm all cool for me having those warnings of, basically trying to let me know, hey, you need to pay attention. Hey, you need to look up. Hey, you need to do this, do that, whatever. So I'm always like, just taking heed to the messages. We drive and we get to this light that we're getting ready to turn on a right to go home. And right as we get to the light, there is a big, stupid fucking accident right there. Like, just debris all in the fucking road. It was between like not an SUV, but like one of those small SUV cars or whatever. Like I want to say like a Focus or some shit like that. It was like one of those small SUV cars. And then it was a pickup truck. And they were off to like the left side of the road. They had already been pushed out of the road, you know what I'm saying? But it was just debris and shit just all over the road. Now look at the car, the little Focus or whatever, and I was like, God damn, somebody just plowed right into this bitch. Like they didn't, what were they doing? Were they not even trying to stop? Like they looked like somebody was just trying to beat the light and they just ran smack into this person's car. Now, as I'm sitting there, I can see that the airbags in the little Focus have deployed. You can see that the cops are out there trying to kick the debris and shit out the road for people to safely pass. And then I noticed in the car, the person in the little Focus is still sitting there in the car with like the airbags and shit deployed. And I was like, oh my goodness, I hope ain't nothing happened. I hope this person is okay. I hope everything is fine. Please just cover this person. I hope that they have minor injuries. I hope that they're still alive. But if they have injuries, make sure they're minor injuries, something that they can shake back from. Like I'm thinking all of this stuff in my head or whatever. But out of my mouth, I was like, oh my God, that person is not moving. And it kind of spooked me because that would be like, for me, that would be like the second time in my life where I've had to witness a body in the streets while I'm out in my car and shit. So I was like, please don't let that be the case. But I say that to say all of this, and I go to light because the sun is on this side. But I say all of that to say this: be careful of what you think. be careful of what comes out of your mouth, because I'm telling you, that shit is powerful. And I feel like, it was a warning for me, as far as to definitely pay attention to the road, keep my eyes open, which I always fucking do anyway. I don't do nothing crazy. The craziest shit that I probably do in my car when I'm driving is I'm eating and shit like that. But other than that, if I feel like that's too much, I'll put that shit down and be like, especially if I got my babies in the car. Hell no. But man, be very careful of what you think. Be very careful of what you speak over yourself. And outside of being careful of what you think for yourself, when things come to your mind and you're like, why am I thinking about this? Why is that even a thought or something for me to say out loud? Take heed to them fucking messages. Please take heed to those messages, because it's a message for you for a reason. And I don't know if the message was just for me to just pay attention, or if the message was just to let me know you're going to see a car accident today. You're going to see a car. Because I've been having a lot of those thoughts and messages coming to me recently, where I would be thinking of something and I'm like, why am I thinking of this? And then next thing you know, I would run into that situation. And it didn't even necessarily have anything to do with me, but I would just run into the situation while I'm out in the streets or while I'm at home or whatever. And I'd be like, damn, that's crazy. I was literally just thinking about that. Or I'll be thinking about like a celebrity or a musical artist or whatever, and I'll be thinking about them heavy, or I'll be playing a song heavy or whatever, and the first thing that'll come out my mouth, especially when it keeps happening, like especially over like days, and I keep thinking about this person, I'll say out of my mouth, something is about to come up with this person in the media. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but something is about to come out about this person in the media, where they're about to get some attention, and there's about to be a spotlight put on this person. And I shit you not, every single time that happens, that's exactly what the fuck it is. That person, next thing you know, all of a sudden there's a spotlight on this person, and all of a sudden everybody's talking about this person. So if you don't take nothing from me, babe, if you don't take nothing from me, take this. Be careful of the shit. I'm gonna keep on saying, I'm gonna keep on repeating it, because it says scientifically you gotta repeat some shit 7 times for motherfuckers to get it, and it takes 21 days really, but we ain't got all that time. I'm gonna say it again. Be careful of the stuff that comes out of your mouth. Be careful of the things that you think. And when things come to your mind and you just like, I don't know what the hell that is for, I promise you, it may not make sense in that second, in that minute, in that hour. But if you just keep it in your brain, it'll probably make sense in a little bit. Okay? All right.